there are a lot of the people who are talking the loudest in defense of seed oils are looking at trials that last 7 weeks long or 12 weeks long. And they're ignoring trials that were done in the 50s, 60s, and 70s that were 5 to 8 years long. And I'm just like, by all means, analyze the shorter trials, but do it in the light of what we know from the longer trials. And the most important of the longer trials was the LA Veterans Administration Hospital study. And this was the primary paper on it was published in 1969. So it takes us back in history. So what the LA Veterans Administration Hospital study showed was that they randomized people to seed oils or traditional fats. And in the first 2 years, you had a little bit of a heart disease benefit, but then it wore off over time. And so the heart disease mortality basically by the end of the trial was just kind of flat. But the cancer was the same for the first 2 years, but then at the 2 to 5 year mark, it started diverging and you see, oh, it looks like there's something there. 5 to 7 year mark, it's, traditional fats down here and this gap starts widening where seed oils are up here. And then by the end of the study, total mortality was kind of flat the whole time, but it just started to diverge at the end of the study to favor seed oils causing more death. And this study was the longest, and it was also the one where the only trial ever done with seed oils where the mean age was 65. So doing the trial in older people for longer is what allowed you to see that the seed oils seemed to be able to cause cancer. And what the author's conclusion was that because the total mortality was just starting to diverge at the 8 year mark, and because they had a plausible reason for it, that the cancer was exploding, they said, we have ultimately left the question of whether these oils are toxic unresolved. And the one thing that we need is, instead of the previous goal of the trials being 5 years long, that the trials be done well in excess of 8 years. Okay, so scientists think that they're just like looking at the old literature and they're saying, oh, what was the gap in the knowledge that we need to solve next? Well, I'm telling you, they concluded in 1969 that the gap in the knowledge was we need a trial that's a lot longer than 8 years. And what did we get? 7 to 12 week trials. They promised us well in excess of 8 year trials was the next thing we needed to study. And 50, 60 years go by and all we've got is these 7 week trials and 12 week trials.